I'm trying to get a excuse me, a feel for this. I like the camera. However, I like to see a little bit more. And it doesn't seem to want to do that. Hold on a minute. I don't know where I have it right now. It's kind of crooked. But anyway. I ended up making a mess. We had this all cleaned up. Yes, we did. And I started to work on something else. Hey, Jam Jam, there's my sweetie. Here's my girlfriend. Yeah, here's Daddy's girlfriend. I already gave you one. Yeah, you made it too fast. Now you're looking to steal babies? Well, you little thief. Well, there's nothing little about you, huh? She's a big girl. Even the vet said that she's double the size of a shepherd. Of a normal shepherd. Okay, these I could probably, let me hang on to these for a while. I'm going to say we could probably make these a friend of mine. Oh, maybe I've already made these a friend. I don't know. Too many games. Let's turn this light on. Oh, right there. Yeah. I got another one. I found a bunch of paperwork. That's one of the things I got to go through. And a good set of headsets. I got a real good set over there. I use those on the Yazoo, and I believe these are set up for the Icon. These are set up for the computer, maybe. Yes, you did. All right, now, what's in here? We have remotes on off. There's 6 of these. There's, I don't know how many of these. 2, I think. Yeah. There's this one. Oh, wait a minute, I got more here. Hold on. Okay. These go with these. And that, okay. This one goes with this one. Okay. These, there's 3 of them here, and there's 3 of them in the house. There's one of these in the house. These are marked 1 through 6, on and off. So there's a few things in the house. It's a little difficult to turn them on and off, so we just when we need them. Okay. Let's put this one here. Put that in there. And I hook this out. So tie all white wires together. Okay. Let's put these. I know where these go. Hold on. While I remember. I can shoot a 12-gauge. So he doesn't I can run it if I have to. I'm going to feel it later. But why should I do it? Okay, let's pause for Carrie's prediction. So I'm going to mark that. Box. Remotes and timers. Alright, now, Morse code. Numbers, Morse code. I found these. I can show you these from here. That's about it. These are the repeaters that, in case of an emergency. 1, 2, 3, 4, 12. And I just got another one. The one I have now is something. But they gave me the repeater place gave me the okay on it. Now the code. Where do I need this? I got code. I know code. Well, it's good to have it though. I just don't know where to put it. I'm running out of wall space. I am. I still need to put up 2 more plaques for my little buddies. But after looking at your child, faces the yeah, this makes sense. Yeah, let me see that. I'm just trying to clean up this paperwork before it gets out of control again. Sit right there. You just gotta get a thumbtack for it. So go in the trash. Bud. Up here. Now what's this? After, oh, this Benjamin Franklin. Half the truth is often a great lie. Yeah, all right. That's okay. And what do I do with those? This is a Direct TV. Well, this is on that box, wherever it went. Put that there. As soon as I find the box, I'll put it with it. I think it's right. This is an envelope that says Buzz on it. Until I get a chance. I know I have a bunch of those in the house. Here we have a pile. Oh, you know what? Let me turn some of this down because I got it. Boy, do I have. Let's turn that down. The Remington's very nice piece. And turn that down. Too many little noises in the background. So, last Wednesday, I had an appointment with the pulmonology, whatever, breathing. I know what they're trying to do. It's not going to happen, but I'll at least go. I had one at 3 with the testing and 4 to see the doctor. First time. New patient. So anyway, I get a call that morning. I don't know, 10, 11 o'clock. Canceled. The doctor's sick. Okay. Fine. And nowadays, when you hear sick, you don't know. Is it just they got a cold or do they have, hello? I mean, that happened with my eye surgery. I don't want to get into that. But anyway, they canceled. Okay. They reset it for yesterday, the 8th. 3 and 4, same time. Now this place is in North Haven. It's about a half-hour ride each way. Now as a rule I don't mind because I haven't been out that way in, I don't know, 20 years. So it gives me an opportunity to see what's going on out there. Any change that may have been made. So I lived out that way for a while. Out in the Mount Carmel part of Hampton. Across the street from, it was a dead end. Nice places. Who's that guy that just got, well, not just, but a few years ago, got arrested out of New York. It was connected. You know what I mean? Hey, Guido. You know, one of those guys. And he was the big E. But anyway, we lived across the street from his brother. It was, oversized raised ranch. Nice. 2-car garage added on and blah, 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 blah. Anyhow, I haven't been out that way in a while. So, yesterday, I got up 10 o'clock. I've been getting up late. I go to bed late. And I said, you know what, I got a couple hours to come out here before I have to. So my alarm is set for 2. I got to be there for 3. So I have it set for 2 to remind me that I have to be there for 3. That'll give me time to take a shower, get dressed, and go. I don't know, 2:15. Oh, later, a little bit later than that, because I had already gone in and taken a shower. You know, rush, rush, rush. While I'm in the shower, my wife said the phone rang. I checked the phone. There's a message. Message is, they canceled. We hate to inform you, but we have to cancel. Check my chart, and you will see your next available appointment, or call us back. I get out, I check it, I listen to it. I'm pissed, because it kind of ruins your day. Here it is, 2 o'clock, and I'm getting ready to go. I'm glad they called, but anyway, I'm getting ready to go. And it's 2-3 hours that are not wasted if I was going, but yet wasted. So I call. I get somebody on the phone. We're talking. She's not listening to what I'm saying. I'm telling her this is the second time. She looks it up. She says, well, you're not canceled. You got an appointment for 3 o'clock and another one for 4. I says, I told you, I just got a call with a voicemail 10 minutes ago. I was in the shower telling me that it's canceled. Well, wait a minute. She puts me on hold. She goes, no, it's not canceled. You're here. Don't tell me that. I don't want to drive all the way out there to hear, oh, we canceled your appointment. It's not like it's in town. It's a half-hour ride. So, one way. And coming back, it's going to be longer because everybody's getting out of work. So anyway, on the phone, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, trying to get this figured out. Hold on, comes back. Hold on, comes back. She keeps telling me I'm not canceled. I keep telling her I got the thing. She goes, well, maybe they dialed the wrong number. So they dialed the wrong number and used my name. All right. I says to her, do you have a janitor there that I can speak to? Because I can probably get more info off of him. Whoa. Well, I don't give a shit. So, when you start breaking my stones, I'm going to start getting nasty. So anyway, she goes, well, hold on. So she goes back. She goes, I got to switch you to somebody else, to the main number. All right. She switches me to the main number. Got to go through all the prompts again. The same number that I just called. I only hit another button. So I hit another button. Somebody gets on the phone. I'm telling them, oh, yeah, you got to talk to so-and-so. I said, so-and-so. Yeah, she's over in the department. I said, I was just talking with her. Oh, what'd she do? She told me to come here. She switched me here. Oh, well, I don't know why she did that. Oh, maybe because I said a janitor can do better than she can. So this one starts laughing. She goes, yeah, okay. So now she's talking. She's not listening. She just keeps talking. And she'll ask me a question, and as I'm trying to answer the question, she starts talking again. I said, you know what? You're rude. I said, that's all there is to it. I have something to say. If you shut up a minute, I'm going to tell you. And this is exactly what I'm talking about, and exactly how I told her. So she shuts up a minute. I says, are you there? Yes. Are you ready to listen? Yes. I start talking. I'm telling her, I got the appointments made from last week because last week they canceled. I'm taking a shower to get ready to come there today. I get out of the shower. I have a voicemail telling me they canceled today, meaning yesterday. Oh, well, I'm not showing you canceled. You have an appointment for 3 and another one for 4. I says, then why did I get a cancellation notice? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it was another department. So why are they talking about 3 and 4 o'clock, the same time that I have with you? Because I wouldn't have 2 appointments for the same times, with 2 different places. All right, hold on a minute. Here we go. I got to switch you to somebody else. What'd she do? She switches me back to the bimbo. And I know it's her. I said, wasn't I just talking to you? She goes, oh, no. She stepped away. I'm just filling in for her. Yeah, all right. I know voices. So anyway, I told her again, it's getting annoying. And the more I talk, the pissed I'm getting, the more pissed off. So it's getting to a point. I said, no. I hung up the phone. I called a number that I have for Yale. This is all part of Yale, by the way. The Yale, unless you live here, it's hard to tell or know what I'm talking about. But Yale has large medical centers all over the place. They have 2 or 3 hospitals here in New Haven. They've got 1, 2, 3 places right here in Branford. They've got a couple in Hamden, a big place in North Haven, which is the one I'm supposed to be going to, Guilford, Madison. They're all over the place. Now, it's hard to find somebody that's not Yale. Well, I think they're just getting a little too big, but they're at the point now where they are too big. If one patient backs out, it's not a big deal. And they are good. The medical departments, the doctors, the nurses, if you can get in to see them, because everybody else is a bunch of morons. Like I said, why don't you go downstairs and swap places with the janitor? And I'm not knocking the janitors, because they do fine jobs. I've actually done that a few times in an apartment complex. When I was younger, I got free rent. Anyway, so at that point, and I got paid. But anyway, make a long story short, I get a woman on the phone. You could tell she's an older woman. And she sounded like, and again, I'm not prejudiced in any way, shape, or form. I have black daughter-in-law, I have black grandkids, mixed, Hispanic. There's Puerto Ricans in my family, my grandkids. But anyway, she sounded black. And she goes, let me see what I can do. You're so nice. Well, that's because she's nice. You know what I mean? You do what you do with who you do it with. You follow me? She says, let me see what I can do. Just hold on. She said, let me have your number. Because if I get disconnected, I'm going to call you right back. So hold on. She puts me on hold. She comes back. As I'm talking to her on the phone, she's telling me she called somebody and they're going to be calling her back in a few minutes. So let's talk. So we're just bullshitting a little bit. Audrey, her name was. And we're talking back and forth. And she said, I know, it gets aggravated. I said, the aggravation's one part of it. But, I get a thing saying that, I'm canceled. I don't want to drive a half an hour out there to hear, we canceled you. Didn't you get the call? Yeah, I got the call, but everybody told me I was still on. I wasn't canceled. So then I'm going to have to talk to them. And then they're going to come up with all types of excuses. Oh, wait a minute, let me see. And anyway, we talked for a while. Next thing you know, my phone is ringing. It says, Audrey, the number that you called that's calling you back, by any chance is the last 4 digits, 24 blank blank? She goes, yeah, answer it. As I answer it, I hung up on her. I get another person on the phone. She says, yeah, I was just talking with Audrey. I said, well, so was I, so I disconnected her when I only answered you. But anyway, we're bullshitting back and forth. And my phone doesn't want to work right, because I'm in the bathroom with the door closed, and I just took a shower, so the phone is all steamed up, so it doesn't want to react to my touching it. Anyway, we're talking. She goes, well, I can see that you had an appointment canceled. She goes, but it wasn't with them. I says, well, how would you guys make 2 appointments in 2 different places at the same time on the same day? I wouldn't have done that. I keep track of what I'm doing. All right? And when you make the appointment, it shows up as to what other appointments I have within their system. When I went to have my kidney stone checked, it's gone. They made an appointment for me to see him in 6 months. And he says, you want me to print that out for you? Yeah. So he printed out all my appointments. Well, there was 4. 2 for them, and the 2 that I had for this yesterday. So they know. Anyway, we're talking back and forth. I says, 2 things. I don't want to get a strike on me for not showing, and I don't want to have to pay for not showing, because they charge you if you don't show, without letting them know 24 hours in advance, unless it's an emergency. So at that point, she goes, oh no, I'm going to put this down. You've done your record. You're all set. Don't worry about it. And I'm going to even make your new appointments. So she made them for next Wednesday, the 15th. One of them at 2 o'clock and one of them at 3 o'clock, both in the same building. They're just across the hall from one another. One does the testing, and the other one is the doctor who reads the testing. Okay. So anyway, that's how my yesterday went. So in the middle of all that, the reason for this story is that I started going through some paperwork, and it all ended up piled here because I had to go in to get ready to go. So now I got to go through all this. Yeah. I got a letter from the Coast Guard. What's it say? Hold on. And when did I get it? I have no idea. It's got to be here someplace. Oh, for my extraordinary services, blah, blah, blah. Service on the date of June 24, 19 through June 23 of 24. And blah, blah, blah. I'm going to get an embroidery, blah, 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 blah. Level of public services, blah, 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 blah. United States Coast Guard, blah, 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 blah. Hereby, blah, blah. Total workforce, blah, 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 blah. With a lot of blah, blahs. That's paraphrasing it. Oh. And I have Service Award from the Coast Guard. Oh, Department of Homeland Security, United States Coast Guard. Is there a date on this thing? 25th. Oh, no, 25. It must have been early this month, early this year. And what's this one? I got a certificate for being a Division Staff Certified Appointment Member. This confirms your appointment. Not an appointment like I gotta be, but the appointment of being who I am. All right. Staff Officer Communications, blah, blah, blah. Blah. Okay. I'm not gonna put them up there. Those are all up there. Up there I got 2 or 3 of them. One was from the Police Academy in Burlington County, New Jersey. One of them is from the Coast Guard Communications. Well, that's going back. Wow. And the other one is Department of Homeland Security. What's that one say? I have no idea. As a founding member of the Department of Homeland Security, dedicated blah, 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 attack within the United States. I can't really read it without with or without my glasses, so I can't even waving with my glasses. Washington, D.C., whatever. All right, so this one, I know where that's got to go. Okay, this pile will go fast. I don't need another one of these. What's this? Forward, reverse. What the hell did I draw here? It's a diagram for something. Forward and reverse. Small motor. DC. I don't know. Let me put it there for now. I'll show that to Ray. He'll probably know what the hell I was talking about when I drew it. I draw things that I'm going to do, and then the next thing you know, I forget about it. What's this? This is for the 1200. That's a waterfall display for the. That's a Yazoo. This is an overprint and scrap. I write numbers down on this stuff and then I forget. What are DBs? I know. So who I wrote this for? Apparently, whoever I wrote it for doesn't need it. This is my domain and timesheet. Agenda, like She doesn't like sirens. What's this for? Deer Park, New Jersey. Okay, let's flip this around here real quick. What's this? Auto Genius, Chevy Astro van. Maybe I should keep that because Darlene has an Astro van. I know I have. What's this? Blank paper? Yep. I end up with blank printer paper. It's the outer ones are dirty, but I don't know. There's maybe 10 sheets here. I'll put it down there and use it for scrap so I can write on it and then forget what I wrote. So I won't put it back in the printer or in the printer, not back in or whatever. There's more. How much do I have here? Okay, wait a minute. Time out. One more. Okay. Okay. Antennas. Now these are common 2-meter 440 antennas. VHF, UHF. HF, high frequency. UHF, ultra high frequency. VHF, very high frequency. Anyway, this is the J-pole. I put one together out of scrap parts, you know, and which most amateur radio operators can do. So it's nothing big. However, your frequencies depend on the length. So, for instance, 2 meters is going to be, we'll say 19 inches for quarter wave. Half wave would be double. 3/4 wave would be 3 times. Full wave would be 4 times, whatever that computes to. But anyway, I wanted this to do a little more. I wanted it to be more broadbanded. So in other words, I wanted it to start a little below 2 meter, but yet go a little bit above. 2 meter frequencies is 144 to 148. I wanted to start somewhere down around 140, 138, and go up to maybe 160, 165. So that means this thing has to be a different length. So where do I want to set it? Well, I'll probably set it for the middle and hope for the best when I go up or down. And so anyway, it worked out perfect for me. So I drew a diagram of it and put all the measurements down there. So next time I have it. Now this is a Slim Jim. This is another antenna. Same thing. I have these antennas that I put up. I got 2 Slim Jims. Slim Jim, same thing. 2 meter 440 or 70 centimeters. And I wanted it to do the same thing. So the normal frequencies would have kept me great in the 2 meter, 144 to 148. Maybe stretch it to 150. But I wanted it to go up again higher and lower. So that's what that one is. That's made out of copper tubing, water pipe. 1/2 inch. Okay, so I made 2 of those apparently. Okay. Now what's this one? This is a gamma match. That's another one I put together. That was a couple pages. This is a beam. This is actually up here on the roof, a 2 meter beam, because I wanted it. I wanted more than just a 3 element. So I made a 5 element up there, plus the in the back. So that's what this is, with all the dimensions, the spacing between each element, and so on and so forth. I do have a folder around here for this. The Comet. I have one of these antennas. This isn't something I made. This was actually given to me. This is an expensive antenna. A friend of mine from the club, the gun club, he called me up one day. He says, you know, I've got like 4 or 5 antennas down here in the boxes. They're ham radio antennas. I don't have anything to do with them. I'm not a ham radio operator. Do you need them? Do you want them? I said, well, come down. I'll take them for parts. I can make other antennas out of them or whatever. I says, or I can give them to some of the guys that work on the Coast Guard comms so they have an antenna. So I said, all right. So I went down there. I must have ended up with $2,500 or better in antennas in the box. I gave one to my guy that does my eyeglasses, Ray. He's an old-time ham operator. Oh, what did I do here? Oh, apparently this guy, Thomas James, never passed his pistol permit class, and he never came back. Command security, computers or security, download. I don't use that anymore. What the hell is this thing? Okay, this is all garbage. Wait a minute, what's that? That's not garbage. Someday I'll get to that. See, that's the problem. I hang on to this stuff too long. Okay, so this, and this are going to go up here. Oh, and this are going to go up here. Right here. Here they are. Okay, that's another one I just made. Another Slim Jim. This one I went a little crazy on. I just wanted to see how far and how crazy I can go with it. It works. It's out there. Okay, I got this one. I don't need this one. Now, what do we have here? Toms. Communicating with other hams. Ooh. QSL. I'm acknowledging. Lima Charlie, loud and clear. So when I'm talking and I say, how do you hear, how am I sounding, blah, 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 you're Lima Charlie. I can give them numbers if they're looking for numbers. You give them a number that you think is what you're hearing. Loud and clear. I hear you. I have no problems hearing you. That's all you should know. Right? Because numbers are irrelevant. You know what I mean? It all depends on what you think it is. What's that? Whoa. Hold on a minute. Whoa. How old is that? Wow. Which one? Yes, the yard. Wow. This thing is old. That's not that old, but the one just before that was. Okay. Anyway, this should be put up just in case I can't remember everything. I don't plan to. Band plan. Oh, band plan. This I need. Put that right there. And my paper holder folder. Paper holder folder. Password associated. Blah 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 blah. Nope. SWR is too high. Yep. Okay. What do you do? If it's too high, don't use the radio. Subject. Authority code. Blah blah blah. This is 2001. I have no idea. I close it. Okay. And this is EPP codes. EPP codes. If it's been in the trash for that long, or not in the trash, but in the file for that long, and I haven't used it yet, I don't need it. Okay, now we actually have a folder. This goes in the back. NRA, gun forms. I gotta keep that. This doesn't go in the back. That goes in my case. My catalog case. Salesman's case. Okay, I have another folder. What's in this one? Mars. I'm going to enough. I don't need another one. Mars was contacting me to see if I wanted to join. I like to say yes. I don't like to turn down anything if I can help. But what the hell is this? Is this what I think it is? If it is, wondering is this, I'm going to put this over here. I may have to look that up. You have your ham radio license. Yes. But they came out with something new. Now your radio, you still have to have it. But now they have your DMR and all this other kind of stuff. And you need a license for it. Yeah. Yeah, you do. That's going to go in the back. Oh, that's got dust on it. It's a big ass case protector. And whatever this is. Oh, this is the, yeah, okay. This is a disclosure agreement. I had to sign that. The government had, because I'm a programmer for certain radios, the frequencies that I have to use are top secret. So, I had to sign that disclosure. These go in my satchel with those. Alright, so this pile went pretty quick. This, I don't know if this is going to be worth keeping. What was in there anyway? Is it open? Oh. A rock. Oh. Oh, I know what this is. Oh, okay, I'm glad I found it. Now I gotta find the rest of it. Yeah. Oh, okay. I know where it is. Alright, these are antenna lengths. This I want to hang on to so Ray can see it. Half the truth, that's Benjamin Franklin, but the rest of this is not. So, get this, and this. So I shortened the pile down quite a bit to where I can start moving things around. This is going to go with the Yale, the 1200. Right here. Right here. Okay. They'll stay there. Those are police calls. This is Darlene's car. What's this? Well, more. Just a few more awards. Here's some of my, this is what I have to fill out for them when they pass their NRA certificate thing. And why it's like that is because I also use it for blue card and gold card, security, armed, and bail enforcement agents. Okay. Put the scrap. Gotta do some of those and these. Let's put the scrap under here. The rest of this scrap, in case I really need it, I have it. National Communications Bulletin, August 25. Okay. We got this asshole in New Jersey, and he's ADSO with the Coast Guard Auxiliary. And he likes to surround himself with stupid people. And I don't mean it that way, but that's just a term that everybody uses around here. I gotta read that. This, I think I have one of these already. Put that right there until I check it out. And this, I'm gonna put here until I check that out. This is the police department. Chapter 4.4, police dispatching, order, directives, number 4.4.31, all. Well, this goes back to 08. I don't even know if I need this anymore. Police radio signals. Reason for signal. I know. Okay, I really don't need this. Now, these, I'm in the midst of doing a new one. These are repeaters from Jersey to Maine, Vermont down. So it's covering, what, 5 states? We got Rhode Island in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for a little bit of New Jersey. 9 total. Anyhow, because there's a couple repeaters in a couple of the states. Anyway, did I do one yet? No, I didn't. I started it. Oh, I didn't print it yet. It's on the computer. I did one of these landscape, and I put the repeaters in, and I named them, and I put an index and all that kind of stuff. And I drew a line to each one, a vicinity of each one. I don't want everybody to know where they are exactly. So I try to keep them within a couple miles. But anyway, and it depends on the repeater, its location. What I'm doing is I'm putting the distance from a certain location here in Connecticut, a centralized location, to each of these repeaters in miles. So if you were to look at this and you say, okay, so if I'm in, we'll say New Haven, this Lake George repeater, this Lake George repeater is going to be X amount of miles away. So it kind of gives you an idea as to the miles, and again, depending on where it is, if it's sitting high on a mountain, it's going to do a lot better than if it's sitting on a tall building, stuff like that. But I got to finish that, then I got to get it out to my guys, my FSOs. Okay, this is that new frequency I got to put into a radio. So we got this pretty well wrapped up. What's this here? VHF call sign agreement. Radio call sign for VHF fixed early. Okay. Now that's what I was going to get ready to say. This a-hole in New Jersey likes to surround himself with, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just that's what he likes. Those are the kind of guys he likes. And if he finds that you know more than he does, he doesn't talk to you too much anymore after that. So this is the guy that the whole Northeast, from Jersey to Maine, including myself. And one day we're on the phone and we're talking, and he's a salesman. He used to be a salesman for Motorola for 25, 30 years. He still goes out occasionally to check out to see if there's somebody wants to put up a repeater, what they're going to need for that repeater, because they're going to sell, so he needs to sell. And you always sell up. It's a salesman. That's all there is to it. And he's where he is because he sold himself. So one day I'm talking to him, and I told him we should take all these repeaters, keep them as they are, but add a link so that we can tie them all together if we need to. So in other words, if I need to talk to Maine, I can talk to Maine by going through the West Haven repeater to the Rhode Island repeater to Mass to Maine. In other words, repeater to repeater, repeater. Repeaters, what they do is they repeat what they hear. And they send it out at a much louder, more power, greater distance. As long as you can hit the repeater, you're okay. Anyway, he goes, well, I don't know how you're going to do that. He says, you tell me how to do that. He says, and we'll talk. And then he starts going off on something else. So I said, well, if you're doing that, there's no sense us doing this. I said, but do you know if that's going to work? He's talking about cell phone, like a Nextel. When they came out with their first cell phones, it was not only a cell phone, but it worked like a walkie-talkie anywhere. You just had to pay a little extra. Like, for instance, Darlene and myself had it for free because I had the store and I was selling them. Anywhere in Connecticut, we were covered, or even a little beyond Connecticut. But when we went to Rhode Island one day, up around Narragansett, well, we couldn't do it. We couldn't use it. We could use the phone, but we couldn't use the two-way portion of it because we would have to pay an additional fee for that. Now they have it where you can buy it for a week, or a day and stuff like that. But there was no really need for us to have it. It was good for her and I at the time if we got kind of separated a little bit. We could just talk. We don't have to dial the phone, But we can also use little pocket radios to do the same thing. But anyhow, that's where he's talking about. And then he starts going on and on and on and on and on. I go, Andy, you're talking with a paper ass here, guy. I said, listen, I owned a store, communication shop, 6,000 square feet. I had over $50,000 worth of test equipment, Marconi analyzers, 20 grand, B&K systems, frequency, everything, you name it, backup for backup. There wasn't anything I couldn't fix. I used to fix Motorola radios, Motorola cell phones, authorized by Motorola, as well as Fujitsu and all the other ones out there. But anyway, I'm going on and on and on. I says, and then I managed a couple of stores, and my store was on the Post Road, which was a hot area. That's where all the big box stores are. The good thing was a lot of traffic. Bad thing was I wasn't quite enough as far as a big box store, so I kind of got lost. They would go by you sometimes. However, I was at a traffic light, which helped. Anyway, I'm telling him all this. I said, so I'm not just a salesman. And when I said that, he hung up on me. Then he sends me an email that if I'm done yelling at him, he'll call me back. Right? Okay. First of all, I wasn't yelling. I was being direct. Right? And he can't take that. He's not used to people talking to him like that. He's used to people calling up and saying, oh, Andy, oh, great one. How do I do this? That's what he's used to. So there might be something going out for people to sign to get him out of the position that he's in. And I got a couple of high-end ranks over him by far, just in case there's somebody in the midst that's working along with him, getting a little extra here and a little extra there. Because he wants you to buy this radio from this place. It's more money. I can buy it from another place and get it cheaper. But he's getting a cut, but he doesn't want people to know this. Same with the phones, But anyway, HF, guy calls me up, Fred, he's in New York, calls me up one day, we're bullshitting back and forth, and he says, how you dealing with Andy? How you making out with Andy? I go, why? He goes, I was going to ask you if you could do something for me. Yeah, right, yeah, that's one. And I said, the last time I talked to him, he hung up on me. So does that help you? He goes, I've been waiting 18 months to have somebody certified. All the paperwork is in. It went through all the channels. It's been checked over. All he has to do is sign it. But now he wants to interview the person on the phone. So I tell him, well, does it take you 18 months to interview a person? I mean, this paperwork went through everybody it's supposed to go through and double-checked and triple-checked to make sure that everything was right. I's dotted, T's crossed, all that kind of shit. And I says, and all you got to do is kind of just read through it, which would take you, even if you were going to go through it and correct it, if it took you more than 5 minutes, you've got issues. And and this is the problem with him, though. Because now he tells Fred that, I haven't got time. You haven't got time to do your job. Well, that tells me you're doing too many things, or you're just not capable of doing what you're doing. Come on. He's just trying to make himself more needed, more important, because now he has to interview you on the phone. That never happened before. What now? So now he found out that I'm starting to do code testing, teaching Morse code on the network that we have once a month. And I may change it and bring it up to maybe 2, maybe 3 times a month. And so he puts out a memo. How code isn't needed anymore. Hasn't been needed since 05 or something. Blah, 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 blah. Well, now you're just taking away things that were drawing people to the net and for people that wanted to learn. Right? Oh, we don't need it. Well, why do it? Well, you know, we still do it because you are going to need it. Trust me when I tell you this. You know, and then Mac calls me up. He's the one that's been waiting for 18 months. Right? So he's the one that gave me the information that I got here, and so there's more than this that want him out of there. Now I hate to push anybody out, but if you're not going to do your job and you're not going to get out, it's time to get pushed out. That's the way I look at it. All right, so this is cleaned up. I did a lot of talking, got nowhere as fast. Oh, that's I'll leave the gun out here. It's somewhat cleaned up. I still have to do something here. I want to look that up, but I don't have to do that just yet. Now, let's go in the back for a minute. To the back, to the back. Oh, by the way, I got the 3,000 milliamp hour battery in here. Are we still up? Oh, we're going into the red. Well, I can understand that. Since I've been using it for 2 days. So, let's get this and plug it in. Hold on, I'm talking to you guys. Okay, so you're plugged in. Are you plugged in? You're plugged in. Still recording? Still recording. Okay. Well, that's better than the other one. Every time I plug it in or unplug it, it would turn off. Okay, now I have an overhead light here. It doesn't want to work anymore. Okay, there it is. Now, so today is basically a cleanup day. This is what I started yesterday. I do have to work on the lawnmower because it's to a point. Oh, and I want to do something with this. I got to change this. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to get that done or not, but let's put it right here, and hopefully I can get it done. The Book of Mormons. Why did I bookmark that for a reason? I don't know. Anyway, where can I put it? Where can I put it? Up on another road. Hazardous material. Oh, this is all the signs that you see on trucks and commercial buildings and all that kind of stuff. I had to know that when I was working with the fire department. Emergency Response Handbook. They go by color. St. Thomas. The Northern Critical Edition. Why do I have this? Translator. Okay. These go one place. Oh, wait a minute. Arduino programming. I got 2 of these because I was going to get into programming these. And because I think I can have fun with these. Or aggravate the shit out of myself, one or the other. So I bought these about 5 or 6 years ago. Is there any dates on these things? Give me an idea. And they weren't cheap. I think they were like 20, 25 bucks. Yep, 25 for this one. 28 Canadian. This one was 15. No dates, however. Smart move. Don't put a date on it, so you can always call it up to date, even though it's not. Okay, so the hazardous, they're going to go in one place. The programming, we're going to go back in here, and this is going to go in another bookcase that I'll put it together. Yes, it is. Now, what I do with Mormon and Peter, or Thomas, St. Thomas. Now, what do I do with the Book of Mormon? Oh, here it is. Huh? Can't put it there. Put them here. Here we go. Okay. Now, I was going to hook this up. I don't know. I do enough radio monitoring. Do I really need to do it? I have an antenna. This doesn't take much because I'm not going to transmit on it. HD only. Or HP only. Okay, this radio only has high power. It doesn't have high-low. This radio came from Brian Opp. Brian Opp, I don't know what he is now, but he was the flotilla commander in Stratford. I've got all these vibrating blades. And sanding, what's this? What is this? Ooh. Well, isn't that just ducky? I'm going to look at that because way further. And I know where I'm going to put these. I do. I have a little drill here. There's a lot of miscellaneous crap in it. When I say miscellaneous crap, it's just different types of tool pieces that I don't have the tools for. But I may end up with it someday. Now, oh, I fixed the flashlight, by the way. I'm thinking about, however, changing the bulb. I have a couple of small, low voltage, low amperage, high intensity. I can probably triple the brightness or the lumens on this. So I'm just going to put that back right there for now. There's a camera that I found that I haven't seen in a long time. I don't even know if it works. Oh, if I remember right. How did I remember? This won't work with, even though it's the same brand, it won't work with the other cameras that I have. It needs its own piece. So if I were to want to use this and check it, I can't check it within the same program while I'm checking all the other cameras. All the other cameras, I go to this one program, I can look at all of them, or one at a time, or whichever one is squawking. Well, with this one, I have to leave that program and to go into this one. When I found that out, I said, "Meh." So I got to get a hold of them, because what I want to find out, and now that I have it here, they want to do phone, Android. I don't use my phone a lot for this stuff. I use it for all the other ones, but as a rule, I don't keep a lot of this shit on my phone. So I want to be able to put this on the computer. This here way, if I hear it go off, I'm on the computer, I can just hit the icon and bring it up, as Darlene can do. How did this get so knotted? Oh, the yumpin' knotties. Yumpin' knots. Yump. And knot over knot. Double knot. Loop knot. Knot knot. Knock knock. Knock knock. Oh, knock knock here and a knock knock there. Let's plug this in. And this goes to internet connection, which I don't think I need. Well, if I do that, though, I might be able to hook it up to the computer. Yeah, that's a fucker over now. Look at it. Yes. Put this over here in the device. In the device. Because we are going to play with this in a minute. There's the reset button. We have some power around here. This is the phone plug on it. Okay, it's plugged in and the light is on. The light is on. Alright, now let's get rid of some of this crap, because that button is working, so I don't need this stuff around here. That held up good. This goes with the regulator over here. I think I'm going to throw this out. I don't need all this. I'm going to keep the nut. I'm going to throw these little pieces out. There's really no sense in keeping them. Flashlight! See, I can make that one as bright as this one, I think. I think I can. I still have to figure out what I'm going to do with this. Today's Thursday, by the way, and my bride is working. Yes, she is. Now, let me see if this will work, because I got to get on the internet and check some stuff, and it's easier to check it here if I can get this up and running. But like I was saying, it's easier for me to check it here than it is to keep going in there. I mean, that's why I have this here. But sometimes it just takes a lot longer to get it up and running. Okay. Bingo, bingo, bango. Bango, bingo. What's this? Okay, that's that. This goes here. Let me get my coffee cup. These, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if I have a use for these. I got 2 or 3 of these laying around. They're for eyeglasses. But when it comes to little cases, sometimes you just have a need for one. Let me put it over here. I got a couple of hard ones over there. So I'll put it over there for now. Let me put my coffee in the microwave. Microwave this puppy. Microwave that bitch. And what are you doing now? Let's put you back here. And let's go. I've got a wire mouse going here for now. I gotta order another one. Okay, come on. Let's change. Thank you. Okay. Where's my brush? Where's my brush? I don't feel like getting up the blow dryer. The air hose. I don't feel like blowing all kinds of shit around. I just want to sweep this up a little bit so I don't end up in any slivers, metal slivers, stainless steel slivers, wires. Let me make sure I'm not sweeping up any screws. Okay. Okay. My coffee, I think, is done. Now let me check this out real quick. Yeah, because I got something going on over there in that corner. I actually have 2 shelves, 2.5 shelves, and maybe a 3rd shelf over there. If I want to go lower, I could probably add a few more, but I don't want to go lower. It'll work before I go nuts with it. What's down here? A plug, a plug. A plug that I'm not going to use. Oh. I know. I just want to see if it's going to work before I go crazy. I'm sure I can just get rid of it. Bing. Bada bing, bada bang. Where'd you hear that one before? Come on. What movie? Bada bing, bada bang. Bada booga. Is this? No, that's not them. Okay. Here we go. Where did I put them? Let's take these 2. I'm going to use red for red, yellow for black. As long as red is red, I'm happy. I think these are good. Or maybe not. Or the lights aren't good, one or the other. Can the lights be blown? Can they be? They can't be. But then again, who knows what they're using? Oh, get back in there. Might be bad plugs, could be bad lights. Could be. Could be. No. You guys remember right. I just made a bunch of new jumpers. Do you remember? Yes, I did. Fortunately, I don't remember where I put them. What about here? What are these? Whoa, this is some big enormous jumbo. Do they have ends on them yet? No. Okay, I gotta put ends on these. I'm not gonna start that now, however. So this is what I mean. Why I have to find a place to hang these things up. Let's try taking these off. Put this here and this here. Alright. So they're using white as a ground. I wonder where this came out of. Okay. So white is ground. And black is power. Positive. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But I'm used to colors being what they're supposed. Oh, I just found them. There they are. I hung them up. No wonder I couldn't find them. What? Okay. Let me do this real quick. Let's do this kind of quickly. Quickly? Now these aren't real strong lights. I don't need a lot of power. Baby, I bet. I'm still hitting my knee on that thing. Yeah, do something with that. Come on. When the wire gets old, sometimes the casing becomes a bit of a pain in the ass. And you gotta watch it, otherwise you end up going through the wire. Yeah. 58. 658. Okie dokie. So this is going to be the black. The black. Which is actually the red. Or the power. So I'm going to put a red piece of what you call it on there. Let me know so next time around you're not going to have this problem. So let's just do this. Now I may end up disconnecting all this. Yeah, I may. Because I may be using these separately. But at least I have everything here and I can see that it's working. Good. Good. Now we'll take you and bend you like that and pull you down over that. I don't care if it doesn't cover or it does cover. I just want to make sure that it's red so we know that it's power. It's more or less what I'm concerned about. Yeah. Okay. Actually, let's do it the other way. Maybe? I don't know. Does it really make a difference? Yeah, could. There. Okay. Okay, so the black is the red. The white is the ground. I don't know, guys. Is it just me, or do we have a color barrier problem here? I mean, I have seen it where they've been different colors, but usually black is always around. Well, not really. Maybe speaking before tongue. The more I think about it, the more I'm thinking about it. Makes sense, huh? Now, I don't need a lot of this, so how much do I want to take? I just need enough to do what I need to do. Come on, come on. Bada bing, bada bang, bada bing, bada bong, bada bing, bada bang, bada bing, bada bing, bada bing, bada bang, bada bing, bada boom. Hey, whatever floats your boat. I may just put this on as one big ass video. Bing, bing. Power, power. That's only me. I know. No. Wait a minute now. What do we have here so I know? Okay. So I'm using this as right and this. There we go. Okay. So we have the red and we have the white. That's good. I like that. I may. Is that me? Okay. I didn't say there was no circuit there for blinking. There was no blinking circuit. Okay, so this is done. I just moved that wire. Not this one. Oh, is that it? No, that's not it. Oh, it's right here in my lap. Oh, guys. I thought I had it over my knee. I didn't know I put it that high. Okay. Get that out of the way now. Alright, I think I'm just going to flip you around and try to put you up there. I wonder. That's plastic, so that's not going to work. So let's see what happens here. If I put you up here, maybe not. What did I just do with it? How much of this do I have to put in order to tilt that down? I don't know. Alright. Now, if you guys remember, right? Do you remember? Over here, what's this? This is an oddie. This is an odd. I got two of those odds. This one and that one. Can you stay there? You may. I think you will. Or maybe you won't. No, you will. Okay. I used to have this thing over here. And that blue thing over here. And my ass there. Okay, this is going to be fun. There. And I decided that if I took that blue thing off down here, I would have more room for shelving to put other shit on. So, I did. I done did, took it off. Alright, so I put, this one here was already here, and that piece was on it. This one has a piece of 2x underneath it, which is bolted in really good, and another one here. So I was able to screw this one up into this piece, and this one down into the top piece. And they're both secured because the pieces that I'm screwed to are secured. I took away a lot of plugs that I wasn't using, and I put these two here and that one there. I still have 5 plus 4. So, and if I need to add more, I have wires here for it. And now that's working. If that's working, I know why it's working. Now, let's take this out of there. Because once I put the other one up, I'm not going to see this. And I have use for this. Come on. Come on. Get out of there, you pain in the ass. There we go. Now, it's not like I haven't got more of these laying around. However, I have one here ready to go, and I have a home for it. I have a spot that it's needed. Okay, so I have this room now. I have this one. Now here's what I'm thinking. The piece that was there, this was on the bottom. This one was here. Oh, sure. See, I could put that there. And if I want to take just a nip off of there, 1/4 inch, this will go all the way back and give me more frontage. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Which is going to be the best way to do it? Should I do that or should I do that? Better off doing that. Okay. So, let it be done. Alright. There's a wire here that'll prevent it from going all the way back. And I got a piece on the back of this thing that'll prevent things from sliding off the shelves, which will also keep it. So I'll have at least 1.5 inches of space behind it if I need to drop wires up and down. I gotta take a little bit off of that. Let me see. Can I do that with a little bit of handsaw? I think I have a small but fast. I think this is it right here. I'm not positive. This blade is getting kind of tired. This has been here as long as I have. As long as Darlene and I have. We bought the house. This was in it. Well, that's a nice straight cut. Straighter. Okay. Gotta see if I can find more blades for this. Oh, Mommy's home. This was made right here in Branford. And Chris's uncle used to work at this place. It's been closed down now for 50, 60 years. But I'm going to tell you, that's the same blade that's been in it since I've been using it. I do have another one close to that over here. It looks the same, however the blade isn't the same. There we go. stay there. So I might be able to get in there with the Milwaukee. It's got a real narrow base on it, which helps a lot. It's got a short throw. Huh, Dave? Yeah. That looks about right. Oh, back it up just there. Get in there. Good. That's all I needed. Just the one. Should I put another one in? Why not? Once I got it here. That looks about right. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Good. Okie dokie. Now, these are on an angle. And the reason for that, there's a reason. The reason for that was I was putting books in there. Let's put this up here. Let's put that up there. Now, oh, you know what? Wait a minute, where is it? Is it going to be? It may be too much. It may be in my way. But let's see. I'll put one screw in to hold it. And if it works, without me bumping into it every time I turn around, I'll put another screw in before I start using it. I got a longer screw. A longer screw. This one may help for now. Let's see. Okay, let me get the longer screw now. Couple of twos. Twos. Let me grab a three, just in case. I don't know, that may get in my way. I don't know. I don't know if I like it there or not. The bottom screw is going to come out once I get this in. I just don't know. And it's crooked now only because I have it screwed in on the bottom. But once I put the top one in and take the bottom one out, we'll be okay. I just don't know if I like it. No, I know where I can put it. Wow. That may do, yeah, let's do that and try it. Hold on, guys. Let's do this first. Let's make this here. See, here's what I'm thinking. The drills aren't here anymore. The hand stuff, it's over there. It's more center. I can take these off and bolt this to this. And it'll serve two purposes. It'll help, one, hold this wood in from falling down. Two, the floats there to hold that up and help with this shelf. Let's take this out first. Hold on. That one's out. That one's out. That one's out. And here's yeah, because as much as it don't stay there, I really don't want to make it hard for me to try to get through there when I'm carrying something. Oh, I dropped the screw. How many of those did I put in there? Looks like I put one under each one. To lock it so it wouldn't move. Yeah, now I gotta get the Phillips. I got 3 Phillips I gotta get out of the way. Because I want it to fit flush. Flush! Oh yeah? That one's gonna get thrown. Since I started using contractor screws, I stopped using Phillips. I did. Okay, so let's now see if I can find that screw that I put in there. There it is. Oh, let me get it in there first. Take it off. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I like it already with it not being there. So now, if I put this that high, do I want to set up that high? Doesn't really make a difference, I guess. No, let me put it here, because then I can use the top of it. Baby, shut up. If I put it here, I can use the top to put things on. If I put it up too high, it's not going to happen. Baby, shut up. Baby! Oh, that worked out well. Let's try a shorter one for now. Now, I can make it one way or the other. That looks pretty good, actually. That don't look too bad. Put a longer one in. How about this one? No, that's too long. Put this one in there. With the washer. With the washer. Oh. There. I don't know if I can do the rest of them or not without getting the extension. Well, if I got that one, I might be able to get these. Let's see. Maybe, maybe not. No. That's okay. I'll get the extension. extension. Let me get the extension. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. At one time I thought I had a couple of 6-inch extensions. But apparently I don't, I said. Are you in? You're in. Trying to get there. You in? Yeah, I did a reflection off the washer, and it didn't look like it. Okay, that's good. See, there's not a lot of weight going in there, so I don't care too much. And they're into a good piece of pressure treated. 2 of them actually, sandwiched, because that's holding that up. Okay, that's good, because I can put stuff behind it here. And, yeah, I think we'll be okay. Yeah, you see here, I'm going to spray this a little bit, but here is where I put a lot of these. That hold a lot of my little crap. Now this used to be in the back on a shelf, and I used to use the little square Caesar type dog food thingies. Because Tucker used to eat the Caesar. Mickey used to like the baby food. That's what these came in. And actually, yeah, the baby food ones are bigger, deeper, so they actually do more for me. Okay. Okie dokie, George. So we have these. I'm not going to bother trying to straighten them out. And I'm not going to take it all down. Take this off. I can see that getting in my way. What's this thing? Oh, that's stuck on there, whatever it is. This is a piece of reflective commercial DOT certified. And because it used to be here, I kept it reflected on it, so at night, if I was coming in with a flashlight, I had something to give me a direction. And that's before we had the lights in here, all the lights, that is, all the shit that turns on by itself. You just come in here, you need a flashlight. The only thing that's still in here, believe it or not, there's a light right there. I'll show it to you. I showed it to you before, but I'll show it to you again. It's a little light. It's a 110, and it's got a little poker on it. It's more for like a garden or not a garden, but for like a plant at night. You know, if you want to show off your plant or your front of your house or something like that. I plugged that in the day I got it, and that's the first time I started knocking down this wall. So we're talking maybe 2007, 2008. Never unplugged it. It's still on. Okay. I want to do something with this. Let's hit it with some air first. As soon as I find out. Here it is. Here it should be. See, this is going to come in handy. It really is. Really. I won't lie to you. Now, what color? I just want to spray up the front a little bit, just to bring some color out on it. Clear? Yeah, right. Black? No. Green. Not near green. No. What color is it? Whoops. Whoa, let's see. You should have seen that one. I was just jumping on the can of paint. No, nothing too dark. Yeah, there's one right down here. I think I got a partial can of white. Yeah, here it is. I have a full can that I haven't used yet. So let me use up that. That's something I gotta do. Just reminded me of it. I gotta go down to the club. I gotta get a few more hours in. The way I understand it, next year I don't have to. In the Bradford Club I don't have to, because I've been there since '94. Yeah. Yeah. Why not? I got some more here. Yeah, I think we're okay. We still have a little bit left. Good. Anyhow, as I was saying, when I go down to the club in East Haven, the East Haven Club, a few things you do. I'll dry mop the floor, damp mop the floor, sweep it if it needs sweeping. Damp mopping and sweeping, sometimes you got to put the chairs up on the tables. So you got 5 tables, 4 chairs each. You got a row of chairs against the wall, but they're usually not in the way. And if you do see, you can usually slide them out if you need to. But then I jump into the kitchen, the galley, because I don't know who runs it or does anything there, but it's always a fetching mess, really. So over time, I'm gradually getting it back. They want to buy a new stove. They got a 6-burner commercial stove with a grill on top, a flat grill, and it's got the little water separator. You know, if you have a fire, and it's got another one for cleaning and rinsing, and it's rusty. No, but they use it, and they just. And I guess you gotta clean them, and you gotta season them. Now, even if you do it once every a month, do it. And they're gonna buy a new stove. What are you gonna buy? Oh, this one here, one of the burns don't work. It's going to be cheaper to fix that than it would be to buy another stove. And you got a stove that's 10 times better. Right? I don't know. You got idiots in there. And I just don't want to get involved with the board. The e-board. Alright, that's done. It's not going to get in anybody's way. I'm not going to hit my head on it. Oh, what do I have down here? Am I looking for something I already have? Wait a minute. More wood. I have one here. Whoa, with a breaker on it. I was just going to buy a smaller, cheap little version for 20 bucks with the plug. Well, there's the plug right there. It's a male, but it's recessed and a breaker. Wow. Wire's already there. All I got to do is connect this to the wire I have there. I'm glad I found that. Wow. Let me get the air hose. Blow some of that crap out of there. Damn. That's good. I mean, this is better than something I'm going to find. On eBay or Amazon or whatever as a unit. This is a commercial unit. You know, it's there. Check that shit out. Wow. Let me spray some stuff in there. Let me get the good stuff. Where is it? There we go. Contact cleaner. Quick drying formula. Race prevention. Not meaning race cars. I mean, the thing is clean already. It doesn't really need cleaning. Now, let me get this other stuff. Where'd I put it? There it is. What are you doing? We got food in the house and you don't eat it. She's eating some dry food that apparently somebody stored. It's actually the cat food that I was feeding birds. She's eating it off the floor. It was in here, so I don't know how they were getting in, but apparently they were getting in there. Oh, right here. Okay. And now she's eating it.
Little girl, big baby. Hi, little squirt. My little squirt.
Hey, I was just getting ready to give you a kiss and a hug. Anyway, I found the cord.
What cord?
This for the generator.
Oh,
back up.
Yeah, the one you kept telling me was real thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, where was it?
It was hanging behind the lattice over there. This is the window that's not going to work. So I needed to buy a male insert to put this in.
Can we not have sexual innuendo?
Okay. Anyway, I was looking online. I found one for 19 bucks. Now I'm doing things over here, making more room This was sitting down there on the floor.
Yeah.
This is everything I need, but 10 times better. This is a commercial piece, and it has a breaker in there.
Oh.
So you can turn it off, go to one side, go to the other side.
Okay, I forgot. What is this cable for?
Generator.
Oh, okay.
See, the other one I had was this one, but I had two of these.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, you plug it into either side, you have a live wire here until it gets plugged in.
Mm-hmm.
If you accidentally unplug it, thinking you're going to do something,
Yeah.
you know, you're going to get electrocuted.
Yeah.
So, you know, so at that point, I found that sitting down there with all this other shit sitting on top of it.
Oh.
And I said, oh. And that there is a commercial piece. I mean, that piece there is probably a couple $100.
Wow.
So, all right.
So,
What?
does this plug in somewhere?
I got to wire this to the box that's out there.
Okay.
I'm going to take that box off
Uh-huh.
and wire this one on.
Okay.
So,
How do you know this actually works?
there's nothing that can't work.
Okay.
You follow me? The
Yeah.
wire goes into it, and that's it.
Right.
Might be a wire off inside,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll check that before I go
All right.
cuckoo with it.
Okay.
So, now, when I open it up, there was some of the old hard cat food we were buying. Remember we were buying cat food for the
Yeah.
birds?
Yeah.
There's pile up here, pile up there. There's clumps of it. I shook it out. Baby ate it all. She won't eat anything else except for her normal.
Well, cat food is not good for dogs.
Well, she ate it. There wasn't a lot there, but she ate it. There
Yeah.
must have been,
Well, I'm just saying we're not
Yeah.
going to buy more.
No, I know.
The nutrition is different.
babe, there was about a dozen pieces down there. Yeah, she's still looking.
Mm-hmm.
All right, get out of my way. I got to start
But she won't
using.
eat that other stuff.
But she won't eat the other stuff. I put some more down today, a little bit, and I drizzled a little bit of butter on it. She went over to it. She started doing something, so I don't know what she did. She ate over dinner. The box food's over there.
Yeah, well, I'll take that later. I won't put it down now. That bowl was empty this morning, the box full.
I'm really trying to prevent you from getting grease all over you.
I'm just trying, just want to pick up
All
the
right.
bowl because I want to go in.
What?
Can I just heat up the leftover stuffed peppers and pasta or no?
Yeah, that's fine.
Thanks.
Oh, baby. Yeah, that's all fine. Okay. So now, let's put this over here. I should have done it over here, but no. I will. Now, does that seem to be working any better up there? What kind of a field of view do we have? Am I seeing what I'm seeing? Because if that's the case, you're seeing all that over there and that up there. I don't know. And you're seeing me. Yeah. Okay. Whoops. I'm sorry, baby. Now, let's get this out of the face. Out of the way. Let's put these in the back. These are going to go back in the fence. And the fencing material, this is where you can put the actual fencing onto the poles. This goes around the pole, you put your rod through on your fence, and you put the bolt through it, and you're all set. That's what that's all about. Put the extension away. $5 years, so I remember. Oh, that's something else I gotta do. Shit. I think I told you. I think I did. The battery on the tractor, the John Deere. The one that came with it back in 07. We bought it in 06. No, we didn't. Yes. But they just came out and they weren't in yet. So they delivered it, I believe it was February of 07. February, March. Anyway. And then, about 5 years in, I had to replace the battery. So I went to Tractor Supply and bought a battery. And put it in. The alternator went, not long after that, so I had to put a new alternator on it. But I put a new battery in it, and here it is, 2025, a few months from 26, but 2025. And that battery's been in there since, I'm going to say, 2010, 2011, let's just say 2012. So that battery's been in there a long time. And the other day I went to start it, and it was a little weak. And it caught. Second time I tried to start it, click, click. Okay. So I took the caps off it. The water looked good. 3 of them were a little low. And when I say a little low, they may have taken a shot glass of water each. And then I brought the acid out there with a syringe. And I put a couple of syringes of acid in each one. And put it on trickle charge. When? What's today? Thursday? Yeah, so Tuesday. Yeah, it's been a little bit. So I'm going to go out there now and unplug it. And I'll put a meter on it and make sure it's charging right. It has a fuel meter. It has a pressure meter. You know, for not pressure, I'm sorry. It has a fuel meter and an RPM gauge. But there's no other meters on it, if I remember right. So I'm thinking about putting a actual meter on it. Oh, baby. All right, let me turn you guys off for a minute.